Hello, everybody, once again. Hey, hey, hoo hoo, ha ha, and yabba dabba doo. Friday night. Technically, it's 7 Saturday morning now. It's 1:45 a.m. in California time here, but it's Friday night to me, and um, so finally got the weekend, long week. Thanks for joining me. I'm Rob. How y'all doing? Um, this early Saturday morning, Friday night. Um, May 11th, 2024. Happy Mother's Day tomorrow to all the mothers. Um, Happy Mother's Day to my mother-in-law who's here visiting for my wife's birthday and Mother's Day. And of course, I'm going to shout out my mom who just passed away in November. This will be my first Mother's Day without her. I love you, Mom. Miss you. Be thinking about you. You're in my heart. Definitely this weekend and thinking about you, and I miss you. Um, so shout out to all the moms and all you women out there, and especially those who put up with us on these uh, sports cards and baseball cards and all that stuff. Um, so hey, thanks for visiting. This is a special episode of Old Style Classics hockey cards tonight, folks. I'm finally going to get around to those hockey cards. But before we do that, subscribe, share, like, leave a message, notify if you like. But if you can send people my way who might like these kind of cards, so that tonight we're going to definitely do a kind of card that I think I'm going to like. I've seen these before, but I've never opened any, so this is going to be new to me, new to you, but they're going to be old style cards, so you do the math. Thanks for joining me. So what we're going to do tonight, folks, or this morning, or whatever, is I picked up a box of the Parkhurst Champions from Upper Deck. As you can see, 2022-23, but I believe these just recently came out. So Upper Deck's probably running a little behind official license. So Upper Deck has that license, and we recently did the Upper Deck NHL, the hockey 10, searching for that Connor Bedard, and we did pull one of his cards out of that 10. It was the canvas card of him playing for Canada, so it wasn't on the Blackhawks or Young Guns, but I think it's a rarer card than what we got there. But these Parkhurst Champions are based on an old set, I believe. I'm not super familiar with hockey cards, but that's obviously an old style classic kind of card there. So on Old Style Classics baseball cards and other hobbies, tonight we're doing Old Style Classics hockey cards. And so they look for these things. So these are like based out of the 50s, 51, and little Upper Deck here. Let's see what we got in this box, and surprisingly, looks like old Upper Deck is doing autographs in this box, or not in this box, but in this set. Because a lot of times when you see a lot of these Upper Deck hockey cards sitting on the shelf at Target or wherever, it's in my opinion, because those boxes you can't get in. You don't have a chance to get an autograph. As you can see, a lot of these say auto, so different ones with auto. So these are the kind of things you can get in here. Looks like there might be odds, or just showing you what they are. So before we get to that, I'm going to show you one more old style card that we recently got. I gotta shout this one out. That's the 2024 Topps Heritage Zoo RU insert card, stickum or sticker, or I don't know, but that's the Hawk card. Why is that important to me and you? Because that is the Andre Dawson Hawk. So, like I was joking around, all those Allen & Ginter's 2023 talented cards, every time I came across the Hawk, flying in there to snatch up some card, I'd be like, oh, that's my Andre Dawson relative card. But now they must have heard me and came up with the Hawk card specifically and Andre Dawson. So that's awesome. I love that. And that's the black version. I believe they do have different color parallel ones. So I don't know if this is rare or more short printed than the other ones. I looked up the odds, but I didn't spend a whole lot of time on that. I just kind of seen how rare these were to pull in a pack. So they're not super rare, but they're not, they're not like 1 in every 2 packs or anything like that. Like maybe 1 in 16, something like that. So I'd have to look more into it to find out what the variations are. But I'm glad to have that in my collection. That's going to go right in my binder with my other Andre Dawson cards. Alright folks, so enough of that. Let's open this box here and see what we get. That's what you can get. Picked these up at Target earlier in the week or last week, I don't quite remember. But I'm going to set that aside here and show you what these look like. So I don't know if Connor Bedard is in here because I'm not sure if these are brand new and that's why they're on the shelf, or if they're a couple months old and I've just never seen them. But if you know me, you know I like old style classic cards, and I love hockey. I just don't really collect it, but I will pick up some here and there, and especially if something that looks like something I would like. And Upper Deck has usually done pretty good with the old-fashioned cards, like Goodwin Champions in the past. They just, I don't know why they gave up on it now. Or those cards that I picked up last week, the old Judge Origins cards that they did way back when. I think 2005. But Goodwin's last couple years have been more modern cards, so that's disappointment. So let's see what we got here. Let's see if these are pretty neat. So they have an old style kind of look to them, but at the same time a little modern-ish, but not super. So that definitely have an old style feel to them, a little shiny. So I would say they're not as old style in the sense of, they got that more modern back there, glossy-ish. It's not the same glossy like, say, the Topps Bowman cards that we just looked at in the last video, and they're not as cardboardy and old-fashioned as, say, the Heritage ones, like these. So they're somewhere in between, but they have that old style look to the front. So that's pretty cool. Sebastian Aho, veteran. And as we saw here, this includes 8 cards per pack, 5 packs per box. I believe they're probably about 25. Alright, we got a rookie right off the bat, but it's not Connor. So Anaheim Ducks, Braden Tracy. So I think the fronts are really neat. I like that old-fashioned design, but I don't like it. I don't like the backs with it. These backs would be fine. That's kind of funny. They kind of cut off on the back just like the Bowmans this year, 2024. It's cut like no border on this side, and that's very much like one of these Bowman cards, except these are landscape. Backs are cut off on the edge. And then same thing here, so that's interesting. Bowman has some insider information. So I'm not saying the backs are bad by any means. They just don't fit the front to me. but I do like that design. Alright, so let's get back to it here, folks. Alright, where'd the other card go? I stuck it in here somewhere. That's okay. So there's your rookie, and we got a parallel, one of the silver veteran, Jack Hughes. Not going to show you the back of every card. We'll do the rookies. Kent Johnson, Columbus Blue Jackets. They just have one of the coolest logos in hockey or sports. I really dig that logo. But I've seen some videos talking about people, them being one of the teams that may be considering relocating for the NHL. So the NHL, I guess, having some issues with some of these smaller market teams not being able to get stadiums or whatever. Matt Zuccarello. That's veteran. Connor McMichael, the Capitals. So they are super cool. I really like the front of these cards. That kind of beige, khaki to beige, light khaki. Vinci Konstantinov. Sorry if I can't pronounce it. I'm not going to try. Colin White, or I'm not going to try very hard. Alright, so there's pack number 1. I managed to lose the first card. So let me see if I can find that real quick. Oh, there it is. It's right behind the card that I was... Oh, it's right behind the silver, that's why. So Braden Tracy is a rookie out of that. Alright, next. So in case you want to see that, it does have all those odds and everything on there. And the fine print. Carlsbad, California. Stayed there, won a trip to Legoland a couple years back. Timed it out so that it was a free flight and hotel and passes to Legoland. So timed it out with the company to fly us down there when the Cubs were playing the Padres. So we got to go see the Cubs play the Padres. Go shopping around San Diego, and we stayed in Carlsbad where Legoland was, and had a good time. Cool card shop downtown San Diego. I'm not a big fan of the dude that was running it, but just tons of stuff. Right downtown by the stadium, just like a block away. So if you want to look up card shop downtown San Diego, you can Google that. I don't know where it's at because I'm not super familiar with San Diego. Frederick Karlstrom, rookie. Yeah, it's pretty nice stock too, people. That's one of Upper Deck's, usually one of the things they don't do great on. Oh, we got some kind of an insert as well, so I'm going to set that aside. I don't know what that is. A veteran, Cole Silger. Alright, Jason Robertson. So they may have a card that I really like here, folks, coming up. Tim Stoltzle. Andre Burkowski. Tyson Barrie. Alright, instead of saving it to the end after this card, I'll show you the card that popped out. Sean Coutier. That's the silver. So looks like one a pack. And we got this card, folks, and boom, look at that. It is a mini. So it's a little off. It's a little wider than a regular tobacco mini, but you know, I don't like the changes they did the minis in the Gypsy Queen, where they just did like the full size card but just thinner, like the Taros or whatever. So this is very tobacco-ish size but a little wider So I don't know if that would work in a you know, like a tobacco one touch, or in one of those penny sleeves. So obviously that wouldn't work. There's a tobacco one touch. Maybe in the penny sleeves, I don't know. So it is an offside. So that kind of sucks, but at the same time it's cool because it is about mini size. So maybe this is what the Parkhurst originals were like. So we're going to set that aside because you know I'm a big fan of tobacco minis, and so we'll have to look that up more. I'm going to call that a tobacco mini for now. So let's see. Oh, look at that, Sidney Crosby nonetheless. So let me see what this says. Oh yeah, right here. Look at this. So close this box for a second. Exclusive, look for 1951 retro blue parallel cards. So there it is. So I guess that's the size that they were in 1951. I'm just gonna assume. And look at that. Couldn't do much better than Sidney Crosby, could we? I mean, that's probably one of the top ones. So that's sweet, people. That's awesome. I dig that. Might be hard to find a place that it'll go in. May just have to go into a regular penny sleeve, or into a binder page. Alright, we got something else here, folks. So there we seem to be doing good in this little blaster. So far I'm liking it. My initial reaction is I would suggest it if you like hockey cards. This would, if I was a hockey collector more than a baseball collector, this would be like right up there with my, that would be like maybe my hockey version of Allen Ginter or something like that. So, veteran Alexander Barkov. So at this point in the break, I would definitely recommend it. I like it. JT Miller. I don't know what return on investment is, but I'm a collector, not a seller, so that means a lot less to me. My only criticism is the backs are too modern, but maybe some of the people that like a little bit of both, it's kind of like a salsa. You know, you get salsa from like Pace or something like that, it's going to be kind of just mild and unupsetting to the average person. But somebody like me from New Mexico, it's like water. We like our stuff a lot hotter. Alright, veteran Cole Perfetti. So this is kind of appealing to everybody. The fronts appeal to me, the backs not so much. But the people like the old and the new, maybe that appeals right to you. So, but still, I recommend it based on just what I've seen. I'm liking it. Alright, we got a rookie, Flip Halder on the silver. He's a center, so there you go, Pittsburgh Penguin fans. Pretty nice. And we even got a chrome, platinum, whatever they call them at Upper Deck. Parkhurst champions, Kyle Okposo, veteran. So, it has the look of like Stars of MLB from Topps, but a better stock. So, a thicker stock. So it's kind of a cross between like a chrome and a foil card. It feels sturdier than your normal foil card, but a refractor nonetheless, some sort, not numbered or anything like that. Gold Rainbow. So that's Gold Rainbow. Let's see if it says what these are. Alright, silver. They even went to the trouble of telling us, folks, and then I guess just plain. Alright, so sweet people, we've got a gold rainbow. So I guess that should be set aside. Alright, next, folks, 2 more packs to go. I don't have the Connor Bedard card sitting out here next to me, folks. Sorry about that. Wasn't thinking ahead, I guess. You're looking kind of like Allen and Ginter, folks. You're getting like an insert card per pack. These are the other old school. Now this is the kind I would collect if I collected hockey cards. These champs cards are epic. So these are a little more in line like Allen and Ginter or Goodwin Champions. So that's one that we picked up from eBay like a week or 2 ago. So compared to that Sidney Crosby there, so there's your similarity. So maybe it would be more like a confection card or some kind of caramel card or something like that. I don't know what Parkhurst is, or if it was just a set, but that's the size they did them in. So your traditional tobacco mini versus this card. There gives you an idea of the size difference there, but still super cool because I love minis, and that's close enough for me to love that too. Alright, moving on, folks. The veteran Braden Point, Joe Pavelski. Haven't seen a Blackhawk yet. Connor Brown, not the Connor we want. Philip Denault. Used to love going to hockey games, people. The New Mexico Scorpions. Love minor league hockey. A lot of fun to go to. A lot of interesting characters in the crowd. Don't really go to the San Jose Barracuda. Went to one game when they were at the SAP Center. It's just weird having the NHL team in town and the AHL team in the same town, and it's like the farm club for the NHL team. But they have moved to a smaller stadium. I should probably go to one of those at some point in time. Just hard for me to get behind San Jose teams because I'm not from here, but I'd like to go check it out. But it's, I don't know, the stadium's it's like they converted an ice rink, their training facility, into like a small stadium, like 3,000-4,000 people. So maybe it's cool, I don't know. Might be a little expensive. And then the Sharks, I've gone to, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 Sharks games over the years, and it's cool, it's neat, but it's expensive. So I'm not gonna pay to go see a team that I'm not a fan of. And then the Blackhawks are either really bad or they play when I'm working or something like that, and it's just not as fun, I don't think, because it's really expensive. Everything's expensive, and you're just kind of stuck in your little section, and so there's like no interaction with other people. So I'm not saying it's just not my team either. So but yeah, I'd like to go see a Blackhawks game in Chicago. Alright, Lucas Raymond. But I miss going to the New Mexico Scorpions and the old CHL, and before that it was the Western Professional Hockey League, playing all them teams from Texas like Amarillo, El Paso, Odessa, Abilene. They had a few from Louisiana like Shreveport. So that used to be a lot of fun. Then they moved into CHL. Then they kind of went to the suburb, and that was it, because the stadium's too far for the fans to have driven to for just minor league hockey. And they went under, so that sucks. It was a lot of fun. Marc-Andre Fleury. I know his name. I'm not saying it right. Sorry. Alright, so hopefully we'll get another mini. That would be nice. Or an autograph. That would be cool. Oh, see, it didn't say autograph cards on the front of the box. That's funny. You'd think that you would want to lead with this, like on your blaster. Like, you should be like, you know, that's what people want, right? So, that's odd. Alright, here it is, folks. Still couldn't get in under half an hour, or just about. But I'm enjoying these cards, so I'll take a little bit of time and talk to you about the kind of stuff I want to talk about here, and that's what I like about hockey. Alright, I can't say his name. Alright, Dylan Cousins. Buffalo there. Ooh, St. Louis. One of our rivals. Pavel. Nick Schmaltz. I guess I should look at the numbers here. It says 2023 Upper Deck. But I don't know when this was released, you know, just like Topps. These 2023 cards coming out in 2024, so who knows? Mikko Rantanen, veteran. Kirill Kaprizov. Alright, no Blackhawks. Jake DeBrusk. And one more of these foil cards. And that's a good one. So Marc-Andre Fleury once again. This one is not labeled gold. So okay, the gold's in the background there. So that's just a regular refractor, I guess. That's the gold version of that. So gold rainbow. So pretty neat stuff, folks. I'm digging this card most of all. Sidney Crosby, nonetheless. So there you go, folks. My recommendation is, yeah, if you like hockey, or if you want to just check out something different, or you're into these kind of old style things like I am, these are pretty nice cards. I dig it. So hopefully you will too. Hey, thanks for watching Old Style Classics hockey cards, and we'll be back at you tomorrow one way or another, or later today. Probably showing you some of my PC cards. Alright, everybody, thanks for watching. Bye.